Over the years, we've been getting a bunch of awesome Metroidvania games on mobile, so I thought why not put them together for an ultimate list. Hey G Nation, I'm Ben and today on Android GameSpot, the top 7 Metroidvania games of 2022. Watch the whole video till the end to not miss out on the bonus part, and without any further ado, let's do this! Number 7. Bloodstained Rituals of the Night. Bloodstained Rituals of the Night is a modern take on the Castlevania series. And how could it not be, with the man behind Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Mr. Koji Igarashi, producing Bloodstained. The game features a huge map with over 120 unique mobs and bosses to defeat, and after going back and forth between the mobile and Xbox One version, I couldn't really see any compromises, whether it be the visual quality or gameplay fidelity. Being designed for mobile, the touch controls are well put, the UI has been overhauled, and as a bonus, the mobile version includes all of the downloadable content at no extra cost. So if you're an aspiring demon slayer and are ready to take your fate into your own hands, Bloodstained Rituals of the Night has got you covered. Number 6. Bladed Fury. Bladed Fury is the latest of the great Metroidvania games to come out on mobile. This is a stylish 2D hack-and-slash platformer with vibes from the masterpiece Muramasa the Demon Blade on the PS Vita, but with a Chinese theme based around the country's history and mythology. Gameplay-wise, it's not a very long game, with just over 3 hours to finish the game, but more than double of that if you're a completionist. The game is priced best for mobile with $5 compared to $10 on Steam and $20 on the Nintendo Switch, making it a bargain for a gorgeous game with excellent gameplay and controller support, and you shouldn't miss out on this little gem. Number 5. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. In addition to Super Metroid, Castlevania Symphony of the Night defined the entire subgenre Metroidvania games. In other words, it was one of the foundations of all the games in this list. So here we have a direct port of the classic, groundbreaking experience initially released on the first PlayStation. The pricing is reasonable and you're getting a pretty sweet package with a high level of details, visually and gameplay wise. The castle where the game takes place is huge, plus the dialogues are voiced over and the writing is excellent. The meat and bone of this genre is the combat, and the combat here is both decent and challenging, but never to push you over the frustration line. Perhaps the new Instant Continue feature has something to do with that. Symphony of the Night has also gamepad support and it's an easy recommendation. Number 4. Dead Cells. Everything about Dead Cells is fast and pushing you to go even faster. The music, the animation, the enemies walking around, bursting from the ground or falling down from the ceiling. The Metroidvania action platformer with roguelike aspect came out on Android in 2020 and is still to this date one of the most action fast-paced and intense 2D hack and slash out there. The progression is non-linear as you can take different paths with every death, and the game mechanics are very much like the Dark Souls games. In other words, you need to learn the actions and patterns of monsters and bosses in order to come out victorious. In short, Dead Cells is beautiful, challenging and unforgiving, but also incredibly rewarding. Add to the mix some stunning 2D visuals, an amazing soundtrack, controller support and tons of replay value, and you get yourself a must-play gem. Number 3. Swordigo. Swordigo is over 8 years old. No, I'm not kidding, and yes, I'm positive that great games do stand the test of time. Proof at hand. You play as a young fella who sets out on an epic quest to save the world from a major danger. The story is really nothing to write home about, and while the game plays like a mix of side-scrolling beat-em-up and a traditional platformer, it's too slow when compared to Mario and Sonic games, and too simple in gameplay mechanics to be called a proper Metroidvania. Thankfully, it makes up for all that with its RPG mechanics. Your character levels up by slicing the bad guys with your sword or blasting them with magic, which makes your attack, mana and HP go up with each level. Swordigo achieves a good balance between challenging platforming and that RPG progression that we all love, and despite its age, it's absolutely worth a shot. Number 2. Icy. Icy is good. No, let me rephrase that. Icy is really good. As with most side-scrolling hack and slash games, you get to run left and right, jump and dodge and whatnot, but the combat in Icy is excellent, and it's easily some of the best combat you will put your hands on in any game on mobile. It's fast-paced and incredibly satisfying to slash through your enemies once you learn how to fight and get a few cool moves upgraded. I could just stop right here and it's enough to make the game worth the $3. But there's more, and without spoiling much, there's a narrator that narrates where you should go next, but you don't have to follow what they say, and some really interesting things happen when you don't. Multiple pathways and the lines between the game world and the real world start to blur in a really clever way. Bonus tip for the Metal Gear fans out there, think of Psycho Mantis when he was reading your memory card, and I'll leave it at that. Seriously, go play Icy. There's just one game left and it's my top pick, but real quick, here's some games that are worth mentioning. Number 1. Grim Valor. Swordigo fans, this game is from the same team, and while Swordigo was an excellent Metroidvania platformer, even by today's standards, Grim Valor is a true step up on the foundation built with Swordigo. Grim Valor is a 2D hack-and-slash platformer with stunning graphics, fast-paced combat, and plenty of exploration. The RPG mechanics add yet another layer to an already great game where everything just works together so well. The demo takes around 2 hours to complete, and you can then upgrade to the full game for a one-time purchase, which I think is one of the best values for the price tag. Grim Valor surprised us all when it came out, and its high standards are still keeping the game in the podium of the best in the genre. And that sums up my picks for the best Metroidvania games on mobile, but now I wanna hear from you in the comments. What is your number 1 game of choice? Of course, as always, if you enjoyed this video, clicking the like button does help me out a lot, and I would really appreciate that. And if you're new, consider subscribing because I put out new videos like this every week. Also, special thanks to my YouTube members, and if you also want to support my content and get some pretty cool rewards, links are down in the description. Once again, I'm Ben, thank you AG Nation for watching, and I'll see you next time, right here on Android GameSpot. Stay epic!